and welcome to another video. And today, now, I decided to do this video to help everyone who's just thinking about getting into martial arts. Now, of course, this is going to be varying based on different factors, but for the most part, this is what you're going to need to get started in martial arts. Well, at least it's what I use. Now, here we got my bag. Now, any bag will do, but I got a duffel bag right now. I actually just recently upgraded from this backpack right here, but it was a bit small, so duffel bag now. But anything that will work will do, because the first thing you're going to need is a bag to carry the stuff in. Well, actually, I've seen some people, one of my senseis actually, brings his gi in on a hanger, but, so it doesn't get wrinkled, but, right. So, first, the main pocket. What you're going to need is the uniform for your style. Now, of course, I do karate mainly, so I got my gi right here. I didn't have a chance to roll it back up after class yesterday, and of course, the belt. But also, I have a judo gi from my jiu-jitsu classes. This one is rolled up, but now you might be saying, wondering what the difference is between them. The judo gi is a fair bit thicker than the karate gi because the judo gi is meant to be grabbed onto and pulled, because, well, it's a grappling style. So that's the main difference. Next, this isn't really for every class, but in my school they give us these pamphlets or books, to study. Mostly just to learn the names of the techniques, the history of the style, stuff like, the basic information we need for the stuff. That's about it. Now, if your school does this, usually they'll give you it, unless you're in a McDojo, but that's about it. Then, the side pockets. In this one, I keep a pair of toenail clippers, just in case I need to clip my toenails before class, because if you kick a person and your toenails are too long, you can cut them. It's happened in class before, plenty of times. And that's all in that pocket. Then, sparring gloves. Now, I actually need to get a new pair because these ones were destroyed by my little sister. But you're going to want sparring gloves. Unless you do a style like Taekwondo that doesn't do punches. But yeah, you're going to want sparring gloves. Otherwise, sparring is very dangerous. Well, unless you do Kyokushin, which is bare-knuckle sparring. But regardless, these are going to be good. Of course, you might want to check what gloves, if there are any specific gloves your style does require. For instance, there's one guy in my karate class who occasionally wears boxing gloves. We can wear whatever gloves we want, but these ones are just the go-to. The UFC gloves are just the go-to. But he wears boxing gloves, and he actually had to special order boxing gloves made of Italian leather, because the normal boxing gloves that aren't, made of Italian leather explode when he punches. Yes, the guy is terrifying. But yeah, sparring gloves. Oh, but I will say this, I would not recommend getting Kenpo gloves. I've tried those, they are not good. And remember, you can't grapple using boxing gloves. And this is just the pamphlet, another one of those pamphlets. It's the information for karate. Next up, stick of deodorant. You're generally going to want to keep something like this in your bag, because you're going to sweat a lot in class if you're doing it right. That's just a general thing. Then, this is the last thing. Going hand in hand with the sparring gloves, this is my mouth guard. Now, a mouth guard is important because if you get hit in the face, wearing this, you won't lose teeth. Hopefully. They're about $1 at some sporting goods stores. This one was a couple of bucks more. I think I might have actually gotten one of the flavor ones because it tastes kind of like cherry when you first put it in. Either that or my blood tastes like cherry. Not entirely sure. And I also got this case. Now, you're going to want to make sure you get a right size one, because this one is actually a bit small, and I actually struggle to keep it in my mouth, while I'm sparring. Ignore the background sounds. That's just my little brother. Can't shut them up. But yeah, you're gonna want to have a mouth guard, and to fit one of these, I might do a further instructional video. But what you do is you boil it, for about 30 seconds. Put it in your mouth, bite down, hold it there for a bit, and then it's fit to your teeth. I might do a video on this at some point, but that's pretty simple, and usually they come with the instructions on the back. Now, you don't need a case, but it comes in handy. And I don't actually own one, but I would recommend getting a cup because, well, it happens more in jiu-jitsu than karate, but you are going to get hit in the nuts a lot. Well, if you're a guy, that is. But yeah, I just haven't yet actually had a chance of getting one, and when I do, I always forget about it. But getting a cup is recommended, not mandatory. The mouth guard is, because trips to the dentists are very expensive and painful. And terrifying. Dentists suck. But that's about it. Now, as for what is mandatory, for every style. Mouth guard, if you do sparring, no exceptions. Sparring gloves, depending on what style you do, probably not, possibly, not necessary, but if your school does sparring, you're going to wear gloves. Unless you're a style like Taekwondo that doesn't kick, doesn't punch and just does kicks. Or if you're doing Kyokushin, which does bare knuckle sparring. Or Letway. Now, the gis, generally, you're not going to need to carry two unless you're doing two completely different styles. Belts, if your style has belts, and and your two different ranks, that. But as a uniform, not every style requires one. But generally, the only one I can think of right now that doesn't require some form of uniform is boxing or kickboxing. And the ones like that. Maybe Muay Thai. I'm not entirely sure about that one. Haven't really looked into it that much. But regardless, I could say that as a change of clothes to change into it. For class. Because you're not going to go into a martial arts class wearing skinny jeans and I can't think of the equivalent for a shirt. These, not every school is going to require them. And deodorant, not essential, but recommended. Same with the toenail clippers. And someone might ask about this in the comments. Probably not, because no one comments on my videos. But headbands or bandanas. Now you see, I actually wear them all the time anyway. But I've been told in my martial arts classes that I'm not allowed to wear them. Except I was told in my jiu-jitsu class, that to get a blue one when I was told not to wear them. And now I got a blue one. I got my classes later today. Going to see if I'm actually allowed to wear them if they're blue. But headbands, sweatbands, bandanas, those ones I can see wearing them because I started wearing them because to keep my hair and the sweat from pouring in my eyes. It's happened before in class, and when you're standing with a strikeout at the time, I think it was Shudo Uki, but and you're not allowed to move, it hurts like crazy. I can barely keep my eyes open, so I might recommend it. Ignore the sounds, but yeah, I definitely recommend them if they're allowed. And that's about it. If you guys have any questions about this, comment section below. I'll try answering them in the comments. If there's too many of them or recurring questions, I might do another video talking about this. But for now, this is Random Man, signing off.